So this is perfect for my next question. I have family members that don't want to work out. How do you motivate somebody? You had a podcast episode about this. How do you motivate family to work out when they don't?
But can you really, if they're not at that place and they're not ready to do it?
I don't know. You had a title of an episode. Let him answer.
Yeah. So I think that was my mom, and I remember in there I was like, I hope she doesn't listen to this one because she hates when I talk about her. But yeah, just for my mom, it was, I use that example because, her and my sister have just never been the greatest clients. So they've kind of gone in and out of my programs and everything. But I've, learned that you need to set a goal. And one of her goals was, losing weight before she was going on a cruise. I'm like, okay. And now I know, like, someone's got to have like a goal in mind or someone like that. It's just, you're never going to push them enough to do it. So maybe you have to find that goal for them or excite them about something. And then you find it and then you hold on to it. All right, this is what we're doing. This is the plan. She got all excited about it. And then she let me start going through her diet, which she never let me do before. And then I, just did a couple tweaks, nothing crazy. Just increased her protein, increased her potassium a little bit. And then I went to go check out her workout routine. And then, really had to fix that because she was using like a Pilates machine at home and half the bands were broken. So, I mean, you could take one finger and move this cable machine. So quick fix, ordered that on Amazon. But yeah, that's the whole thing was, if you're trying to help a family member, you gotta inspire them and find something that they want first. A lot of my clients, they want to go do this run or they want to get to a certain weight or it's half time it's not even weight. It's some type of event or, summer beach body or something, but you need something or else you'll never stay on course.
So, okay.
I would have recommended your mom losing 20 pounds before she go on the cruise because I went on a cruise and I gained 10 pounds. So yeah,
but you look good for the first few days and then who cares?
Don't take pictures with the second half of the cruise. Just the first. So, question. There's somebody that we both love a ton, but he is self-sabotaging. Mm-hmm. So he will start something and he will be motivated, whatever it is that motivates him, but he will quit. And there's no like, hey, remember your motivation. Do you remember what you told me when you started and this, that, and the other thing? I don't care. I'm not doing it anymore. Or he comes up with some sort of excuse as to why he's not going to do this. Do you have questions?
Yeah. So on that's where the kind of the accountability factor comes in. Mm-hmm. And I always tell people, I'm a personal trainer, but even trainers need trainers. Like I can barely stick to my own routine and all that. I need outside influence to help me keep on track. So it's as easy as, I joined this really cool high-tech gym here in Orange County, and I actually met him through my podcast, and it's actually 30 minutes away, and I hate driving places. But I get there and the experience is so cool. It's all new. It's not my gym where I know everyone and, I've been doing this for so long. I need to get out of there. And, I've got my own coach there. I probably know more than these guys do, but that's fine. But it's more the accountability and them being there for me and I don't have to think and they've got my whole program set and everything. And that's what's locked me in. So same thing. We, for the loved one you're speaking of, finding something to hold them accountable. It could be signing up for a group gym, like a group class type thing or boxing. You got to find something and with a coach. Now there's tons of online coaches out there too. So you don't even have to go anywhere. You need someone with a set schedule. We said we talk once a week or once a month and that's what's going to hold you accountable. And that'll last longer than, what he's been doing before.
Yeah, that hasn't worked.
But you got to find that, right gym, right person, all that kind of stuff. And it takes time. That's fine. You can go through a different ones, but he'll vibe with somebody or vibe with some place and then boom, then you lock that in.
And having a workout partner or a coach, it's just that accountability. You're not going to leave me hanging. You're not going to make me go to the gym. That's so important.
And I always talk about that too. And I've experienced that with one of my friends who I'm now trying to get back in the zone again with going with him and doing it with like friends. It's, people's lives change or their schedules change. They're the worst workout partners. Eventually it's going to fizzle out. Nothing's working and you're barely working out or doing what you need to do. Having someone that you don't know that you're paying, like I said, a coach, an online coach, a gym, something, where they are there for you every single time, no matter what. That's the type of accountability you need.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot. I mean, I don't know if a trainer gets it like a health coach does, but just hearing, and I'm hearing from the outside, but addiction to food is a real thing. I mean, the excuses they make up sounds like an addict on drugs. I mean,
Yeah. And
just like, oh, you know, they just make up these kindergarten stories. It's just so fake of a story you made up. Or yesterday I slipped and I couldn't do it and I could only eat at McDonald's.
No,
What?
That's could have gotten something else.
If we can make it work, and we had a 22-hour workday yesterday, you can make it work. It's just you didn't want to make it work.
And I think of not being ready to change. I think, yes, the motivation is definitely key. Accountability, 120%. That I need accountability. I know that. But if I had, before I was ready, it wouldn't have worked. And so I think that's probably the main issue, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. There's that spark that you need, but that's why, you know, you put yourself out there, and so do, you know, whatever the other coaches and other gyms out there just got to keep putting their info out there, and eventually something will spark with that one person to at least make the step to go. And then once you're kind of in the zone, you've got your accountability set, you've got your motivation, you're so absorbed with, you know, the whole fitness concept, and you start searching out, you know, most people start searching, Googling whatever they can, and that's good. That's what helps keep that mindset and keep them on track, like you said. Because once that spark dies, then things start falling apart. They start, you know, making excuses of not talking to their accountability coach, and then too much time goes by, and then boom, they're out and they back in the where they started.
Yeah. I have a question. And tell me if you want to pass, because it could be touchy for some people. I don't know. The gastric bypass surgery. I've always felt like it's kind of a cheat way out. And I feel like a lot of people get it and they have great results, and then they gain it back because they stretch back out their stomach or however it works. What is your opinion on that? Is that a good tool to get somebody started? And then once they get back, okay, well, you saw that didn't work, or that did work at first, but you have to have continuation. What do you, does that make sense, or did I just? Yeah,
no, and I've got some thoughts on that.
Okay.
So from at least all the clients and people I know that have done that, one, it's just some people have made it work, a lot haven't, because of what you just said, and they just go right back to the horrible ways. And then the issues of, you know, what comes off of that, like the indigestion and the acid reflux, like it's just, that particular one doesn't seem that great to me. There might be other better products out there later that do kind of the same thing that may not have as many side effects. But the main issue to address is, you know, the fact that they didn't want to lose the weight, or they didn't do it the right way, or at least attempt and get down to like, oh, I'm getting progress, I'm dropping weight, I'm healthy, I've got a healthy foundation and lifestyle. Then if they want to do that just to get kind of the next level, for whatever reason they just can't, then I don't see a problem with that as long as they earned it. And I'll tell you a story of one of my other friends that went and got surgery. He wanted the V-shaped gap for his abs, and he went and got that surgery to liposuction, just right off the love handles. But I already knew that it wasn't going to work, because one, he's just so hit or miss with his workouts. His drinks like a fish. He eats like garbage. I was like, you do know that they do suck the fat cells out, but your body will create new ones to hold the new fat stores that you put in. And it's not going to be in the same place. It's going to be in random places, blotchier, all that. And that's what happened. So had he had a good foundation, was doing 2 to 3 workouts a week, had a decent, diet, then I'd be okay. Be like, okay, you earned it, because you already are kind of lean and your foundation is good. And for those people, I said, okay, if you want the aesthetics of having the super ripped out, pull out all that lipo, all that out, then okay, you earned it. So that's kind of my commentary on those surgeries, whether or not you believe those are, if they're acceptable or not. But that's, if you have to earn it first before you get it.
He got fat taken out, and then it made like pot marks, like what is
No,
it
they
called?
did. They did a good job. They sucked out the fat cells and smoothed out the skin and stretched it down. But the problem is over the course of years and years, you kept eating and drinking and doing all the same stuff. So it started coming back out in different areas, not where it got pulled out. So maybe a little bit in that area, but then higher up on his stomach and then more on his right glute than the left glute, just all random weird places.
Weird.
And it's just your body needs to store this stuff. And if what it's got, it's not working, it creates more cells.
Wow.
You would have to endlessly keep doing surgeries, but you don't even know where the body's going to store it next. So that's why I don't, like that unless you did the work to get it.
On that. I like your thinking on that.
It's funny. The doctors will tell you, "Oh, just go ahead and get it done." Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, go ahead and get it done. But I don't like that.
Yeah, but if you have no foundation to hold it off, there's no point in spending the money, wasting the money for it.
Yeah.
Check us out online at wesiseli.com and patreon.com/Wes_Isley for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled WESISELI.